classic British barbecue fare on your Kamado Joe, I've got you. So here we are, you've got your Kamado Joe, it's unboxed, it's set up, it's lit, you're ready to cook. Now don't overcomplicate things, keep it simple. We're all comfortable doing burgers and hot dogs, corn on the cob, halloumi, and let's face it, the kids love it. So you've got your new barbecue, your Kamado Joe, it can be intimidating, so try not to overcomplicate things. Stick to what you know, just while you get to know your barbecue, get to know your air vents, get to know how to regulate your temperature. I'm going to show you how. So before we even go over to the Kamado Joe, you want to make sure you've got everything well prepared. What you don't want to be doing is start cooking on the Kamado Joe and then having to run to and from the house to grab bits that you've forgotten about. It all starts flaring up, it all starts getting out of control, all starts getting crazy, and again, you panic. Honestly, a simple bit of prep, making sure everything's ready to go, goes a long way, and it's going to save you a lot of hassle in the long run. Just chuck all the oregano all over the fucking thing, it'd be cool. Anyway. Let's take this halloumi, classic example. A little bit of oil, a little bit of oregano on there, and some chili flakes are going to go a long way. But now, that's ready for the grill, and it's going to really elevate the flavour. I mean, even simple little things, some butter to brush on the corn, some salt for the burgers. Anyway, let's get this lot over to the Kamado. Now, I'm going to assume that you watched my previous video of how to load one of these and get it lit. And if you haven't, I suggest you go and watch it now. This one, we got lit to about 150. Now, I want to cook at about 200 today. So we're just going to push that top vent open. We're going to push that bottom vent open a little bit, let it all come up to temperature. So the way we're configured today is with one heat deflector. This gives us a direct heat zone and an indirect heat zone. That means we can get colour on one side. Once we've got the colour and the char that we want, we can move it over to the indirect side above the heat deflector. It's not going to carry on charring, and it's just going to cook nice and evenly. So the first thing I want to do is start charring up our corn. So a bit of lube, and then we're going to pop that over the direct heat. And then our butter on the indirect side, so it can start to melt and we can start to brush that onto the corn as it cooks. Right, now in with those sausages. You notice we're going to place these over the indirect side. A lot of people make the mistake of just cooking sausages directly over the coals. The skin split or the juice comes out, they pop, they split open. It's no good. Just cook them nice and gently, indirect, and then if we need to at the end, we can just finish them off over the direct side for a little bit of colour. And you'll notice most of the time I cook on a Kamado Joe, that lid is going to be down. It helps trapping that heat. You get that heat radiating down from the ceramic. It's basically creating a nice little smoky oven in there, which means things are going to cook much more evenly. Now, if you want to be really brave, you can add a little bit of smoke to your food. This is just a small chunk of cherry, goes directly into the coals. Those sausages are going to love you for it. Your corn's nicely charred, the sausages are smoking away. Now we're going to go over the direct side with our burgers because we want to build that caramelisation. We want that char, we want that colour. So over the coals they go. Little pinch of salt, and away we go. So again, we're going to cook with the lid down, but if you are cooking with the lid open because you're looking to caramelise the burgers, or you've got the nice thin bit of steak or burger and it starts flaring up, just shut your lid down, starve it of the oxygen, the flare up will go, everyone will be happy. Okay. We've got good colour on those burgers now. We're going to pop those to our indirect side where we can put the cheese on them, let the cheese melt over. While we do that, we're going to move the sausages to the direct side so we can start building up a bit of colour on the sausages just while the burgers finish off as well. One thing I am going to do, we're going to pull this grill grate up to the top level now. We don't want to get too much colour on those sausages. We don't want them too close to the heat, and it just gives us a little bit of distance between the coals and our beautiful sangers. And again, if they start sizzling, they start flaring up, lid down, happy days. Give the sausages a quick turn and just look at that beautiful colour, that beautiful caramelisation we're now getting on there. The corn's looking good, the burgers are looking good, the sausages are looking good, but just because they look good doesn't mean they are good. Now, we don't want to cut into them to see if they're cooked, so I always recommend using a thermopen. Use an instant read meat thermometer to take the guesswork out of cooking and see the exact temperature. Sausages, I'm in there, sausages are sitting at 80 degrees, perfect. The burgers, they're at about 55 degrees, a little way to go, but we're going to move the sausages over to the indirect side while we get our halloumi on. And don't forget to give your buns a nice little light toasting. Simple. Cooking on the Kamado with a lid down, it's just simple, it's effortless. So time to get this little lot off and go and serve up. There we go, nice and easy, a nice simple way to get to know your Kamado Joe. I've got some burgers, corn on the cob, halloumi, sausages. Now on these burgers, I like to go in with a good old bit of ketchup. We're going to go in with a little bit of mustard. I'm going to go in with some of that halloumi because why not? If you've enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time.